Hello, Bashar. Long-time listener, first-time caller here. I just wanted to know what are energetic bodies, what is the mechanism behind them, and what can we achieve through the manipulation of these energetic bodies?
In a sense, it is similar to what you refer to as an electromagnetic aura, that is, in conjunction with your physical form, formed of a field of electrons that extend beyond the physical body to a certain extent. And when amplified by your own mental vibrations, by the raising of your frequency, can allow the electrons in that particular energetic field to spin more uniformly in synchronous rotation, thus amping up your vibration even more and making a stronger connection to the idea of yourself in spirit.
Good day, Bashar.
Good day.
It's so wonderful to be connecting with you this way.
And for us as well to connect with you. What would you like to discuss?
So let's start with the origin story. As you explained previously, the Anunnakis infused their genetic material into the naturally evolved hominoid species and created Homo sapiens, human beings.
Yes.
So my first question is did the Anunnaki at any point procreate with the Homo sapiens?
Yes, and created what you call the demigods, so to speak, in your legends.
Could you explain a little?
Well, in other words, after Homo sapiens existed, many of them had different kinds of attributes that were reminiscent of the Anunnaki genetics that had been infused into them. And therefore, later on, in couplings and matings that may have happened, more genetic material from the Anunnaki may have been infused in the offspring, creating what your Bible calls men of old, men of renown, men of special powers, the demigods, so to speak, that still had more of the genetic influence even than the normal Homo sapiens at that time and had special abilities.
Okay, and that's why that some of us today have greater genetic connections to the Anunnakis than the rest.
Yes.
Okay.
There are certain lineages that do express more of the genetic codes of the Anunnaki than others. Not that everyone doesn't have some, it's just that it's based on your theme of exploration and what it is you need to connect to that can allow you to express more or less of that particular Anunnaki genetic strain.
Okay. And I also remember that you mentioned that the Anunnakis placed some markers in our genetics and deactivated them in order to stop us from remembering who we truly are. Is that correct?
Yes, but that has been mostly mitigated by this time.
Oh, okay. Because I was just wondering how we could activate the
you follow the formula. You follow the formula. That's how you reactivate it. Plus, remember, you're a mix of other genetics now too.
Yeah. What other genetics? Could you just explain
Hybrid
a little
genetics.
bit? Okay. Do the reptilians come?
They play a small part in that, but not in the way that you think.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. So moving on from this topic, is there any energetic vortex in Venezia in Italy?
Yes, of course.
Or anywhere along the coast? Oh, okay. Could you expand on it?
In what way? The idea is that there are vortices and portals everywhere. Some of them will be more attractive to different people than others. It just depends on what you're attracted to. But the idea is to understand that whenever you have humans who have instinctively gathered to create what you call any kind of center of learning, any kind of center of artistic expression, it's probably because they intuitively sensed that there was a strong vortex there that would allow them to tap into those higher frequencies.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, that explains a lot. Thank you so much.
Yes.
One last question. You always told us that that everything is happening here and now,
Yes.
and then we could be connected to other lives, probably with the people that we share the same oversoul.
Yeah.
And how do you explain the past life regression experience for people? Because people go to these past life regression sessions.
I understand. It's simply a technique that takes advantage of your understanding of linear time. It doesn't mean that it actually exists that way as a mechanism, but it takes advantage of the way you think of things, because as you connect to others who simultaneously exist to you from a linear perspective, you treat that connection as if it's a memory. That's how it translates into physical reality. Therefore, doing past life regression takes advantage of the way in which you think of, in the way in which you perceive the connections that are happening right now, but are being translated as a memory.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I'm good for now. It was wonderful talking to you.
And you as well. Aveo.
Thank you. Aveo.
Hello, Bashar, and hello, Willa. And I would love to know, will we have a session with Willa next year? And I would also love to know, when we are intentionally shifting to a parallel reality, how do we imagine ourselves already being there and emitting that frequency when there's still a part of us that has to interact with the residue, so to speak, from the previous one? Thank you and much love.
First, understand that every shift you make, the only thing that would be a residue from any quote-unquote previous version of the self would be whatever belief systems you recreated in the present self that you believe were necessary one way or another for whatever your reasons may be, positive or negative. But the idea is to imagine what a so-called future self would be doing in the way that they would be doing it, and mimicking or mirroring them as closely as possible. Thus, you start identifying with the idea of their vibration and can help navigate you to that particular reality that you're pinpointing.
Hello, Bashar.
Good day, good day, good day.
I'm so excited. It is a good day. I'm so
Yes.
excited because this interaction with you, I so appreciate it for what it is and for what it represents. It's my highest excitement to have interaction and connection with extraterrestrials. And so this is very exciting.
All right. It is one of our passions to have connections with humans on Earth.
Yay. And I felt like wearing this top is maybe, I don't know, felt like official, sort of something I might wear on a ship, just using my imagination.
All right.
Sort of fun.
All right.
I've been having a lot of fun applying the formula,
Yeah.
and I wanted to share with you what I've been doing and the results I'm getting,
All
in case there's anything more to share with me about that.
We will see.
We'll see. So I have been acting on my excitement moment to moment to moment. So whatever comes up in the moment that I feel like I might want to do or I have an idea about, I act on that. So it might be putting in laundry or calling a friend or doing a work project. Sometimes it's deeper into a task I'm already doing, and sometimes it's a seemingly unrelated task. But I've been doing this for maybe a month, and what I've experienced, I feel like I'm surrendering to my higher self. Like I've decided to trust whatever the impulse is that comes up, and to do that, act on that, whatever that is. And the result has been wonderful. I just have a lot of energy.
Yes.
The synchronicities have increased.
Yes. Well, your awareness of synchronicity has increased.
Yes.
Because remember, everything is synchronicity.
Yes, my awareness of synchronicity has increased, and I feel like I have a little magic wand. Like if I want something, and there it is, and it's just these moment to moment experiences.
Yes. All right. Very good. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, I guess to share it in case anyone, because previously I'd been sort of pulling the rubber band back a long time, like having resistant. I don't want to do the laundry or call the friend, pulling it back, and then letting it go. And now giving into it is, I'm really enjoying that experience.
There is always, always, always a way to do anything that truly needs to be done in an exciting way. You just have to use your imagination and creativity. That's all.
I love it. And I feel I'm allowing myself more access to imagination and creativity.
Yes.
Through this.
All right. Well, there's nothing I need to add to this so far.
No. Well, thank you. It's just fun to be able to share it, because I have a question about, but I feel like my frequency, I must have raised my frequency set point. I'm curious what my frequency is.
All right. Well, once again, I'm happy to tell you, but you know that when you ask that, your frequency goes down.
Oh, that's good to know. So no, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. It just
All right.
it's in a wonderful place.
Exactly. All you need to know is it's high enough to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Let's let go of the numbers now at this time and just know that when you follow the formula and act on your passion to the best you're able, no insistence, no assumption, stay in a positive state and examine your belief systems to let go of those that don't work for you. It will always be sufficient to what needs to be done to allow you to continue to act on your excitement and go and expand. So that's all you really need to understand.
That's wonderful. Yeah, because I could feel it once you pointed it out, sort of the asking for the number or some sort of external validation didn't feel like it came from such a great place. Yeah.
It's not a place that's necessarily aligned with your highest excitement because it's really unnecessary for you to know that. It's all right to know it, but again, it's not really necessary to know it in terms of the momentum that you've already built up.
Right. I feel like I have awesome momentum and flow going.
Yes.
So I had a question I have one of my cats.
Yes.
It's an inside-outside cat, and she stayed outside. So she's been on walkabout for a little while.
Yes.
And, I was looking for her, but then trying just to be energetically present. And one day someone had called thinking they had seen her. And when I went out, it was at night. And when I went out to go see if it was her, I saw this like hanging sort of in the sky, like an egg, like a light. I don't know what it was, but something very attractive and interesting to me.
Yes.
And one of my friends, when they heard me tell the story, said that they had the feeling that the cat Magenta was on the ship.
Well, energetically, not physically.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you experience a synchronicity where the cat that can perceive into other dimensions and understands the idea of timing will do what needs to be done to get you into the place where you can have the experience that you're describing. So the energy is connected, but not necessarily physically aboard.
Right. Great. That's good to know. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience, because the reason I was out was because of the call to look for her, like all the circumstances and the timing of all that.
Yes.
That was wonderful.
We perceive that she will show up.
Excuse me?
We perceive that she will show up.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. I recently got a call. Someone had seen her and sent pictures. So I had this idea, trying to use what might initially seem like a negative of having, my preference would be to have her here. So that's nice to hear that she will show up.
All right, but remember, the cat is its own person.
Right.
So there has to be an agreement as to what's truly needed and what's truly necessary for both equally. I
agree. And I have this idea that maybe pets aren't lost at all. They maybe just kind of go on reassignment, like they're with one family and maybe they go to another family.
Sometimes. And again, the idea of whatever assignment, so to speak, they might be on with you can also vary for a variety of reasons, as you've just discovered.
Right. It's wonderful. And a friend was curious about the triangle ships, the TR3.
You're talking about the human-made versions?
Well, they just brought it up, talking about the TR3B, and that they have questions about.
Well, that's a human-made version.
Yeah.
A human-made copy of a triangle ship, similar to the ones that we use and other civilizations use, but is a human-built version.
Mm.
It's quite limited.
Quite limited. Oh. And you've talked quite a bit about your ships, which seem much more exciting and.
All right, I'll say good day. Today's transmission is the first part of 3 transmissions over the next 3 of your months, titled Becoming a Galactic Citizen. This is part 1, The Window. During this transmission, we will be explaining exercises that you can actively participate in to help accelerate and increase the probability of open contact in the years to come. And we will have a special meditation at the conclusion of part 1 to help you draw in more closely to your reality other realities that are present all around you all the time, but are invisible to you for the most part. But if you are willing to participate in the ideas and exercises that we will outline this day in this transmission, you will find over the days, weeks, months, and years that you will be capable of experiencing more indications, more closeness to the idea, more frequency of experiences that have to do with the setting up of contact in an open way with your society from a variety of other civilizations. Now that this is your year of 2023, being the beginning of the window of open contact, it is your opportunity to accelerate these energies, accelerate these probabilities, because it is now in your hands. We, those who are open to making contact with all of you from my civilization and other civilizations, now put it in your hands to demonstrate your readiness to participate more and more in a variety of ways to ultimately become a member of the Galactic Society in the years to come. But it starts here today, it starts now with us in this way for you to increase the probabilities of experiencing that reality over the course of the time of the window of open contact. So as we delivered in our last transmission, the idea is to understand that everything we have shared with you up to this moment has been metaphorically for the purpose of simply getting you to open the blinds in your house and be able to look out the window and see that there is a vaster universe than just what you have been used to living in your own limited house of planet Earth. So now, this day, we will begin the exercises that will allow you to truly begin to call forth and call down the idea of more contact, more interaction, more awareness, more knowledge, more information regarding the different civilizations that are connecting to your world and are assisting with the idea of accelerating your vibration toward the goal of open contact. We thank you for allowing us to share at this time these ideas to help you participate in our galactic society more openly in the years to come. And in return for this gift, I ask you now, in what way may we continue to be of service to you? You may part 1 of the meditation for open contact probability increasing. And now we will move on to the meditation for part 1 of becoming a galactic citizen, the window. So relax, enjoy, play whatever you wish, use whatever lighting you wish, but allow yourself to imagine that you are looking out the window from your house and in the sky above you. Imagine that you are seeing one extraterrestrial craft fly over, and then another, and then another and another. Knowing that these things are there, passing above you all the time. There's a lot of traffic around your planet that you just don't see because you're not on the same vibratory level. But now, this is your magic window with special glass that allows you to perceive what you could not perceive before. And as you breathe and stare in rapt attention at the sky outside the window, you start to see more and more of these craft all around, more and more at the same time, in your skies, coming and going, the natural traffic of interdimensional space. And now, as you breathe and observe all these craft in the sky above you, outside your window, you feel your heart opening up, and you feel yourself sending out an invitation that says, love. We are love. We are connected in love. We are connected in spirit. And we invite more communication, more appearances, more connection, more contact, more awareness of each other. We are willing. We are open. We are here. We invite you to be here with us. In love, in friendship, in beauty, holding that space, that sacred space. Breathe into it the invitation to attract, to open, to be willing to experience what is beyond. Be willing to see what could not have been seen before. The willing to be a part of a galactic society. And any opportunity that you have to go out, as some of you have been doing, in groups, looking at the sky, looking at the stars, and just open up your awareness. Don't insist. Don't need to see. Just invite with an open heart, in a pure way. Expand the willingness to participate. And in love, invite others who are also willing to participate with you. See the earth becoming more open, more of the kind of vibrational reality that will allow others from other realities to also thrive upon your planet, to interact with you in beautiful relationships. Don't put any particular supposition on what form these relationships need to take. Don't insist. Just be open to the way the relationships naturally need to be as you expand your connection to Earth and space, and expand your connection to higher mind and all of the energy within yourself, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, in your spirit. Just actively go out and invite with an open heart, looking through this special window that allows you to see, that allows your perspective to expand, that allows your senses to become sharper, to see what you could not see before. Look out that window and go out into the world with that window, seeing through that glass all that is beyond, all that is appropriate and relevant for you to see, but be with an open heart, an invitation in love to invite in those who also love you. Breathe into this meditation every day, even for a few moments, will make all the difference in your ability to increase the probability of open contact that is to come. To navigate yourself in the direction of the versions of Earth that will receive guests from the stars. Look through this window, through this glass, and see what you could not see before. In your imagination, let it be there first. In your reality, let it come when it will. Be at peace and be of open heart and love. And say welcome. We welcome you. We welcome you. Breathe into this every day. We will proceed next time in the next transmission to allow you to look through the door and then ultimately the gate and then beyond. And as we progress over the next 3 months of your time, give it your imagination and give it your thoughts every day throughout these 3 months. And you will massively increase the probability of experiencing the synchronicity of our connections and others' connections to you. You are not alone. You have never been alone. But now you will see, with increased awareness and synchronicity, what is